Baby, new year, better you. Girl, that is clearly a distraction. Simply be better. It really comes down to just doing it. It could all be so simple. Plain. But you rather make it hard. Writing out all of the action plans in those cute journals. Baby, when you declutter for January, just go ahead and throw out those notebooks. You're not doing anything that's in them, so why are you still holding on to it? You're gonna have another year of watching people share their highlight reels, and you're not gonna be creating any of your own. Hey, what is up everyone? I'm Valerie Crab. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the family here on YouTube. On this channel, I share pieces of my life, and I also like to come to you and drop some gems on how you can better your life. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. And I'm not gonna be before you long, girl, because I mean, we got work to do. So let's get right into the video. Baby, new year, better you, okay? I know we all are big on the new year, new me, new year, same me, but how about a new year, better you? As I was thinking about how I want my 2025 to look in December, I was like, you know what? I want to be the same Valerie, just better, okay? And so I have some tips that I have already been implementing since October. So girl, guess what? New year, better you. And I'm going to be sharing with you 5 simple tips to help you become a better you this year. This video is dropping in January, but these tips can be applied at any time. Things you can start working on literally right now. Tip number 1 is become a do it now person. I've been really implementing this rule for the past 4 weeks or so. And when I tell you it is a game changer, when you become a do it now person, when you make the decision to say, I'm gonna start doing things right now, whether that's laundry, you take your coat off, instead of hanging it over the chair, you go ahead and hang it back up, calling your mom now, getting the gas now, waking up as soon as the alarm goes off, checking in on a friend, whatever it is, do it now. The thing is, whenever you put things off, you are strengthening your procrastination muscle. Now, I don't know about you, but baby, I've had a horrible procrastination spirit in the past. The habit was out of this world. I would put things off and put things off and put things off. And then I just started putting off little things that didn't even make sense. I would look at my phone. For instance, right now, it's 11:44. So I'll be like, oh, well, I'll just do this at 12. Or it'll be 12 o'clock. And then I'll say, oh, okay, well, at 12:10. And that is strengthening that procrastination muscle. When you strengthening that procrastination habit and you're steady, like putting things off longer and longer and longer, you are building a habit. Remember, everything you do is a habit. Every single thing you do is a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, it doesn't matter. It is a habit. So when you have a to-do list that's a mile long and you rather put that off and scroll for 3 hours, you are training yourself to continue to put off other things. You're putting off the phone calls, you're putting off putting in that resume, you're putting off all these other things, and you're wondering why, like, why am I not getting things done? Why? Because you're putting everything off. You are literally strengthening that muscle, and it has become a bad habit. So we have to shift that, and by shifting that, we become a do it now person. Just do it right now. I have the opportunity to do it right now. Why not do it right now? Now, I do understand there are times when you're not going to be able to do things right then and there. Maybe you're at work or the time is not appropriate. But I'm just talking about those times when you're like scrolling on your phone, looking at YouTube videos, watching a Netflix series. You know what happens when you watch that Netflix series? You're like, oh, okay, I'm going to watch one episode, but sis, are you really that disciplined? If you know you're not that disciplined, like I wasn't in the past, don't even do it to yourself, because one Netflix episode is going to turn into 5 episodes and you can barely keep your eyes open, and you're going to be so sleepy you're going to fall asleep. And instead of you cleaning up that kitchen and closing the kitchen like you should, you're going to wake up the next morning and you're going to wake up to a nasty, dirty kitchen, and then that is just never a great start to the day, because it throws off your morning routine if you have one. I mean, who wants to wake up to a nasty kitchen anyway, right? So if you just go ahead, clean the kitchen, do the thing now, and then watch the Netflix, because one thing about it, baby, if you want to watch the 5 episodes, you're going to watch it regardless if you cleaned the kitchen or you didn't. So you might as well be a do it now person and do the thing that you really need to do now, and then save the satisfaction for later. The simple thing is to stop the procrastination. Just go ahead and say bye to it and literally do it now. That's something you can practice today. If it's late at night, practice it first thing in the morning. Instead of snoozing that alarm, go ahead and do it now and get up as soon as that alarm go off. Whatever it is that you need to do, Do it now. Step number 2, you're going to set 3 to 5 clear, focused, intentional goals. Okay, baby, we're going to dream big, audacious dreams, and we're going to narrow those down to 3 to 5. It is time out for the 20, 30, 40, 50 goals that you're putting on your list that is just essentially moving peas around on the plate. You forget about them by the end of January anyway, and then you don't do nothing. So we're going to get focused, we're going to get intentional, and we're going to set SMART goals. Now, before you roll your eyes and scroll to the next chapter, let me tell you, a SMART goal is so important. And I know you hear this in every 2025 reset video, any type of video about setting goals, they tell you to set SMART goals, and that is because it matters. It literally makes a huge difference. Before, when I was just setting all my goals all willy-nilly and not being really intentional and specific about them, girl, I didn't know what was going on. The moment that I started implementing SMART goals, I was able to better achieve my goals, and I had a better understanding on what that looked like. So in case you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and break it down into this video, or maybe you feel like you know what a SMART goal is, but you haven't really grasped it or you're not sure. So we're going to talk about it. So for this example, I'm just simply going to use money because it's something that we all know and understand. So the S is specific. So you want to set a specific goal. Instead of saying I'm going to save more money in 2025, you need to say I will save $5,000 in 2025. Okay, you want to be specific, saying just more money, because baby, $10 is more money, $20 is more money, $100 is more money. So you just saying more money is very vague. You need to put a number on it. What is the number? I want to save $5,000. I'm going to save $5,000 in the new year. M is for measurable. How are you going to track this thing? So this is why it's really important to be specific so that you know how you can measure the goal. So when I say I want to save $5,000, am I going to track? This is what I'm starting the year with. So once I add the $5,000 to my savings account, this is what it should look like. Or you're going to open an entire new savings account specifically for the $5,000 that you want to save, or you're going to have an expense tracker that you're able to track every single dollar so you know when you hit your savings goal. How are you going to measure this goal? A is for achievable. Is this goal achievable, attainable, whatever? Baby, I typically slide past this one. I'm not gonna even hold you because I serve an almighty God who is able to do exceedingly far more than I can ever ask or think. So yes, it is attainable and achievable. So I typically just slide right past this one. R is relevant. Is this goal relevant to your life? So I know I said I was going to use money, and obviously saving money is a goal that, you know, is relevant to my life. However, for me in the lifestyle that I live, me saying I want to learn to play the ukulele this year, girl, what kind of relevancy is that? What does that have to do with anything? Okay, now that doesn't mean you can't have hobbies as a goal, because hobbies can be relevant, right? You can say, okay, I want to start 3 hobbies in the year of 2025. One that is for my health, one that is going to be a creative outlet, and one that allows me to like go outside, mix and mingle and things like that. So just make sure that it's relevant, okay? Don't just be throwing stuff out just to say, oh, okay, I got 20 goals. Again, we're not doing 20 goals. We're going to do 3 to 5, but don't just be saying something just to be saying it. Make sure that it's relevant to your life and who you desire to be at the end of the year. And this is why you want to be focused and know who you want to be by the end of the year, who that girl is, because you don't want the distractions. Okay, me saying I want to play the ukulele, girl, that is clearly a distraction from my overall goal of who I want to be at the end of the year. And T is for time bound. In what time frame do you want to meet this goal? So every goal should have a deadline. I'm going to say $5,000 by December 31st, 2025. And all of your goals are not going to be set for December 31st, 2025. Maybe you want to run a 13K marathon and you want to do that in the summer, right? So you would set a date for August 30th. I want to run a 13K marathon by August 31st, 2025. Once you have all of that, baby, we're going to go on to step number 3. Step number 3 is to create the action plan. You know who you want to be. You are a do it now person, right? You have set out your goals, your 3 to 5 goals. Now, what is that action step? This is why I absolutely love having deadlines, because you're able to say, oh, $5,000, if you never saved $5,000 before, or you've never saved that in a year and it might seem scary for you, that's your big, crazy, audacious goal, right? You may be like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Well, that's where step number 3 comes in, where you create an action plan. $5,000 divided by 12 is about $415 a month. How am I going to come up with $415 a month? Am I going to cut back on expenses, stop eating out, pick up another job, a couple shifts? Am I going to start a side hustle? Baby, don't let the entrepreneurs fool you. Even myself, yes, it is good to have and be your own boss. However, baby, all the money that you're getting from your side hustle can be thrown into your savings account, or it can also allow you to take these solo trips and do all these other things while your 9 to 5 is paying your bills and things like that. Don't let nobody poop on the side hustle, baby, because a side hustle can do things, and it will, and it can generate money. You know what I'm saying? And you can apply that money however you want to apply it. It can be applied to your $5,000 savings goal. What is going to be the action plan? You want to run a 13K? Well, what steps do you need to be taking? Oh, okay, I need to download Cash to 5K. 13K, I never even ran 5K. Let me download Cash to 5K. Let me look up marathons that are in my area and go ahead and sign up for one. What is going to be the action plans? What steps do you need to take that is going to get you to where you need to be? Because let me tell you something, baby, if you don't take action, 2025 is going to be no different. If you do not take the steps that you need to take, it's going to be the same as 2024, 2023, and baby, dare I say it, 2022. And who really wants that? Do you really want that? You clicked on this video, so you can't possibly want that. So what steps are you going to take to change your life? Number 4, keep your goals front of mind. This one is so simple, you guys. It's so simple that it can easily be overlooked, but you need to be keeping your goals in your face. You need to keep them front of mind. Keep them in your mind, because why? Our brains are so brilliant, and I know we all heard and know and have witnessed, like when you get a new car or you have a dream car, you may have never seen it before on the road, but the moment you get it, or the moment you have that aha moment of like, oh my gosh, that's my dream car, you start to see it everywhere. You see it on your street, you see it in your neighborhood, you see it at the grocery store, you see it when you're going to your mom's house. You go out of the state to a whole nother city, baby, and you see that car. Why? Because your brain is wired to see it, because it is front of mind. You're like, oh my gosh, that's my dream car. And every time you see it, you are igniting it a little bit more, and your brain is like, bloop, there it is, bloop, there it is, bloop, there it is. But the moment that you make notice of it is the moment that you start to see it everywhere. But it works the same way on both ends of the spectrum. When you're running late, right, and you're like, I don't want to be stopped by a light, I don't want to be stopped by a light, and you putting out that negative energy, guess what? Stopped at every single light, every single light. Why? Because that is the focus of like, dang, I'm late. Now it's like mad traffic. It's like, wow, there's traffic coming in. Now any other day wouldn't be no traffic. Hello? The same goes with your goal. Keeping them front of mind, your brain is so brilliant, again, that it will start to come up with new ideas, fresh ideas. You will be mind blown. Someone will literally call you up and be like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about you because I was talking to such and such, and they were talking to me about this networking event, and I thought about you, and so I want to plug y'all in together. And it's like, oh my gosh, I said one of my goals, one of my hobbies is to get out and mix and mingle with other people, and this person thought of me out the blue, and I never even told this person that. But somehow, some way, it all is working together. Or you may just be in the shower and you're showering, and it's like bloop, you have like this aha moment, because you are keeping your goals front of mind. And so your brain is trying to figure out like, how can we make this reality? How can we make this true? And I didn't say this, but set your goals as affirmations. I have saved $5,000 by December 31st, 2025. That is a affirmation, not saying I want to save, I need to save, somehow I will. No, I have. I'm going to affirm that thing. I have saved $5,000 by December 31st, 2025. So as you're saying these goals and you're keeping them front of mind, the ideas are just going to start flowing. Ways are just going to start appearing. Baby, I wouldn't be surprised if a check came in the mail and you're like, oh my gosh, I just got a random check for $30. Like, well, I didn't know this $30 was going to come, so I'm just going to slide this into my savings account, you know? And then I know you may be thinking like, oh my gosh, but that's so tedious. Don't nobody have time for that. I'm not doing all that. Girl, but it's not tedious for you to roll over first thing in the morning and scroll on your phone. Oh, okay. It's literally only 3 to 5 goals. What is so hard about it? Even if you need to write out a sticky note, put it on your bathroom mirror, and read it every single morning while you're brushing your teeth. When you're doing your skincare at nighttime, reading it again. Literally just saving it to a note section in your phone and going over it in the middle of your day. Set an alarm on your phone. Whenever you go to lunch, have the alarm set like, okay, I'm feeding my body. Now let me feed my mind on these goals and keep them front of mind. Like, stop making excuses. You can do it. You're just choosing not to do it. You do have time to do it. That's number 4. Okay, girl, that is very simple and easy to overlook, but I don't want you to overlook that one, okay? We're gonna keep them front of mind. And number 5, which might be my favorite one, girl, stop wanting to be better and simply be better. Think about all the things you have on your vision board, or if you don't have a vision board, just all the things that you're asking God and trusting and believing God for. Start doing those things. You have the action plan. You know what steps you need to take. Simply be better. Go ahead and go to the gym. Stop eating the sweets. Better yet, stop buying the sweets. If it's not in your home and you having a craving at 11 o'clock at night, what you gonna do? Because girl, you a bad, that craving got you real bad if you finna go out at 11 o'clock at night to cure that craving. But if it's easier when it's in your pantry. But when it's 11 o'clock at night and you're comfortable in your bed and you're like, dang, am I really finna get up, grab my coat, grab my keys, turn the car on, drive to the store this late at night? But when it's in that pantry, it's like, oh, all I gotta do is get up and go in there. Hey babe, can you go give me a asking one of the kids? That's easy. But if it's not in the house, you can't even do that. So let's take it a step further and not even buy the snacks. Stop snoozing the alarm. You want to be better? You want to wake up at 5 o'clock? When that alarm goes off at 5, be better and wake up at 5 o'clock. It's simple. These are simple things. I told you guys at the beginning of the video. It really comes down to just doing it. I can't. Well, you've lost the battle already, sis, by saying you can't. You've already lost. Because you can. You set the alarm. What is the next step? To actually get up. Stop scrolling to 12 o'clock at night. You'll be able to get up at 5. Curate you a good nighttime routine. Wind down on where you're going to be in the bed at a decent hour so that you can wake up at 5 o'clock. Be better. Do better. You are her. You're already her. You just got to take the step. Mind you, this is not new year, new me. This is new year, better you. So just be better. You don't have to change the game, but the game will be changed at the end of the year by taking these simple steps. Book the solo trip. What are you waiting for? You know you want to go to Arizona. You have the money. I'm talking to the people. Hey, I understand if you need to save and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you just have not pushed go, but everything, you know what the trip is. You know what hotel you want to stay in. You have the funds. You just haven't booked it. Book it. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that looks like you're better, simply do it. You want to start getting dressed every day? Get dressed every day. I said I wanted to master my everyday makeup routine. I was not going to master my everyday. Do you hear me when I say everyday makeup routine by doing my makeup once a week? In order to be better, I had to do better, and that required me to practice that thing. So I did what I had to do in order to be better. If I know I want to get dressed every day, even when it comes down to like my lounge clothes and my night clothes, why would I buy the oversized gown with frogs on it? Oh my gosh, I love frogs. They just look so cute. Oh, I got the frogs with the Valentine's Day hearts. Why would I buy that? Lauren said it could all be so simple. Plain, but you rather make it hard. That's what y'all are doing. You're making it hard by already saying I can't. Waking up at 5, I could set my alarm, but I'm snoozing through it. You're affirming that. Okay, saying I got a sweet tooth. Girl, babes, we all do. We all do. Majority of us here are women. We all get that sweet tooth. Buy some dates and be disciplined enough. Okay, hello. Be disciplined enough to only eat one date. You don't need to sit there and eat the entire bag. Do better. Be better. Take your vitamins. Why are you skipping out on not taking your vitamins every day? What are you going to do? I want you to let me know in the description box down below. What are you going to do to be better? What's the one thing you can do today to be better? I don't care if this is 2 o'clock that you're watching it, 2 o'clock a.m. that you're watching this. What are you going to do today to become a better you? It all comes down to you. You're going to have another year of watching people share their highlight reels, and you're not going to be creating any of your own. You do understand that these moments are created, right? If they always skimped out on the invitations when their friends invited them out, there will be nothing to showcase at the end of the year. It's like, oh my gosh, man, my friends, we hung out 50 million times because they were saying yes to the invitations. They were sending out the invitations. They were going to the events. They were booking the trips. Even on the financial side, you know what? It's is so many people that said, I had a no buy year, but here's my bank account. That is their highlight reel that they created. You have to create this thing, sis. And if you're continuously coming up with the excuses, writing out all of the action plans in those cute journals, baby, when you declutter for January, if you haven't done so already, just go ahead and throw out those notebooks. You're not doing anything that's in them, so why are you still holding on to it? And I know you can do better. I know you can be better. So just do it. Simply do it. You're making it harder than what it has to be. That's why I want to hone in, start with the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 goals that's going to have you doing a whole little tug of war thing, and just focus on 3 to 5 things. Break those things down, come up with an action plan, and do it. Become a do it now person. That was the very first one. Be a do it now person. Do it right now. You will be amazed at, by doing things right now, just in a week, how your life would change and be better. Your home would be cleaner. If you think about your parents and you like call them, it would make them feel good. Oh man, I ain't gonna go to Starbucks, but I know I was gonna spend $8 at Starbucks, but I'm really wanting to save $5,000. So that $8 that I was about to spend on Starbucks, let me go ahead and transfer that over to my savings. Do it now. If you don't do it right now, that $8 is gonna get spent on something else. So do it right now. Transfer it to your savings. These simple things, it takes a little bit more because, like I mentioned earlier, we're in the habit of doing things a certain way. So we have to get out of our comfort zone and do things a little bit differently. But the more we do these things, the easier they become because they will be our new habit. That's all I have for you guys for this video. Let me know if this helped you at all, what steps you will be doing, taking away from this. Don't forget to share with someone who needs these simple tips to change their life in 2025. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And girl, we're gonna have us a good FaceTime yapping session while I share a glimpse of my life on my weekly vlog. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.